There's a new poll out of Pennsylvania.
I wanted to talk about the other guys.
Out just now that has Joe Biden up 9 points over President Trump. In the latest NBC News Marist poll, Biden is up in Pennsylvania, 53 to 44%. Among some key demographics, Biden holds an advantage among suburban voters by 19 points, voters with a college degree by 29, women by 21, and independent voters by 22. White voters are split between Biden and Trump at 49% each. President Trump holds an advantage with white evangelicals.
Well,
why?
And why shouldn't he?
Well, because he got that endorsement from Jerry Falwell Jr.
Well,
I guess that was
seriously, he is a living, breathing example of the Beatitudes.
There you
walking
go.
Among
59
us.
points. Wow, that's a whole story within itself. White voters without a college degree by 22, rural voters also by 22, and among men by 5 points.
So, Willie, we have, I think, again, because so many people are still jarred by 2016, all you hear is, oh, this is just like Clinton and Trump. This is same thing's going to happen again. The one thing we're seeing here is Joe Biden, in more polls than not when he's ahead, is getting close to 50% or above 50%. Here he's sitting at 53%. And a lot of other polls we're going to show this morning, he's at 51%. There aren't a lot of persuadables left. And people were going in the last 2 months in 2016 trying to figure out who they were going to vote for. Bluntly, many said they trying to figure out who was the lesser of what they considered to be two evils. Here, that's not the case. And we should say that this Pennsylvania poll is a bit of an outlier. Other polls show it at 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 9 points. But again, looking at Biden's numbers, he's above 50% here. It certainly is where you want to be 2 months out.
Yeah, no question about it. I think the panic was inevitable from Democrats. It's such a long race. It starts to feel good over the course of the summer. Some polls show Donald Trump closing the gap a little bit, and the panic sets in a bit. But if you look through, and we will in just a moment, these morning consult battleground polls, Joe Biden's still leading in most of those, some of them tighter than he'd like it to be. But let's remember, Eddie Glaude, the race last time was won by a sliver, to be generous, in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Michigan and all those states. So if Joe Biden can swing a few votes in 2 or 3 of those states, he'll win the election. And if you look inside those crosstabs among suburban voters, among women, among Americans with college degrees, in all these battleground states, he's enjoying comfortable leads. There are areas of concern, like Latino votes in the state of Florida. But by and large, despite the panic that we hear from some Democrats right now, he's still basically where he's been.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's good morning, Willie. Good morning, everyone. I think he's in good position. I think it's important for them not to get too confident. We do know that it will continue, I think, to tighten in certain ways. But I think Vice President Biden needs to, in some ways, invest more in the Latino community. Those numbers in Florida raised some questions for me. It kind of threw me back into the 2016 moment, I guess, Joe, with Hillary Clinton in Milwaukee and some other places. But I think he's in good stead. I'm always worried now in the context of the pandemic, Willie, what do we make of the ground game? How will it look? What does the turnout look like? How does the ground game make itself known in this context? But he's in good position, and I think that's a good thing, to not say anything worth saying, but he's in a good position.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.